The top of the hour, it is 6 a.m. here at FM 104.5, AM 950 KAHI. You know what it is. It is the voice of the foothills, Chris Quant, with you here, holding it down. Beautiful Studio A, KAHI Studios. Looking forward to another fantastic day. A little bit warmer today. We'll check in with meteorologist Tim Root, see just how warm it's going to get. Do we need to bust out the shorts and the short sleeve shirts, the sunscreen? Are we ready for it? No, I'm not ready for it yet. Driving in this morning, looking at the off and on ramps coming down on 80, I'm like, everything's already starting to turn brown. No, I'm not ready for that yet. Let's keep the green around a little bit longer, but c'est la vie. It's French, such is life. As we're moving into the warmer months, but it's still May, gang. We've still got some time for some nice, pleasant weather. Had some lunch out on the patio yesterday. Enjoyed just a gorgeous day. I went out for a walk in the evening with the family, sat down for a little bit, just kind of watched the sun go down. My gosh, take some time to savor those little moments in life if you can, when you can. But as we're getting started, that was yesterday. All right, fine. Let's talk about today. As we're getting started on this Thursday, lots coming up today. We've got your daily dad jokes, of course, and we're going to have your mental health minute. And it's Theater Thursday. That's right. We've got Christine from the Auburn State Theater coming back. Looking forward to chatting with her. It's been a hot minute since we've had her here in the studio. We're going to be talking about what all's going on. Doing a show yesterday with jackhammering happening literally on the other side of the wall there. It turns out it's, I don't know if you've ever tried to do a job while there's jackhammering going on, if you're not the person who's doing the jackhammering or supporting the jackhammering. Turns out sometimes it's kind of hard to concentrate and focus. So we'll see. I just see it as a test. We'll see it as a test to see how well we can focus with all of the construction going on around here. But it's exciting. It's super exciting to see the State Theater get a makeover here. And and I've never really worked in the middle of a construction zone like this before. So we'll see how that goes. And we'll keep you updated on all the things with the theater. Oh, Producer Shane just walked into the studio. Producer Shane, good morning.
Good morning, Chris.
Have you seen Producer Adam at all? I think this guy's taking a vacation.
I think he's completely hiding out.
He's I don't know what that guy's doing, but apparently, hey, Producer Adam, next time let us know if you're going to the Galapagos Islands. I don't know what's going on with you. How you doing this morning?
I'm awake.
You're
Ish.
Now you both of us have 14-year-olds, 14-year-old boys. And yesterday you were talking about, I'm going to bring my son into the studio and we'll show him around and see what all goes on. And now my 17-year-old ran the board for a while during football season for the Hillman last season. He ran the board. I was hashtag proud as a dad. You're sitting there watching, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is probably not what he's going to do forever, but it was fun to see him learn a skill and kind of get going on there. So he didn't quite make it in yesterday.
He did not.
Yeah.
It's pretty early for him. And he's got some, final projects for school.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's funny. My 14-year-old's the same. I will do this whole, I've already worked a job and I'll get home and and this homeschooling, by the way. So he's not quite up yet. It's like, oh, that must be nice. I don't say that, of course. I just kind of think that in my head a little bit. But I'm glad they're growing. They need their sleep. They're growing young men here. Now that's the same with my son. School is officially over, but he's still got projects due. And again, we kind of do the more non-traditional homeschool type stuff, and he goes to a physical location. We've got kids that go to the same location here. But I'm like, that's super weird. I'm like, you really aren't in school anymore, but yet you have an assignment due 2 weeks from now.
It is. Homeschooling's kind of unique because you've got different centers you might go to that end at different times, but the official school is still in session.
So, it is a little bit strange where I'm like, no, okay, I'm pretty used to, all right, when it was the last day of school, that's it, you're done. No more school, no more books, no more teachers, dirty looks. Yeah, as we're getting done. But now your kids are getting ready to go on to high. Was this one not going to high school yet, right? The oldest isn't in high school yet.
The 14-year-old's in 8th grade right now, so he's going to high school yesterday.
Oh, he is going to high school, which means mine's going to high school. And that's the thing with like homeschool. It's without growing up, because we've always done homeschool, folks always ask, they look at our kids and they're like, what grade are you in? And our kids are like, I have no idea. And we're like, it's like, with our kids, it's like, yeah, it's kind of a construct that people want to know. It's a reference point of how they can place you in society and blah, blah, blah. And so they would say, what grade are you in? And we're like, fourth grade. And they're like, oh, okay. And they're like, we're just studying school. We're just doing it when we get a chance to go at home. So, hey, how are we doing with all the equipment in here, by the way?
It's doing well. The recordings and everything work great.
Yeah.
Just still getting the YouTube set.
Yeah. Well,
straighten out.
That dang YouTube. We'll track that down eventually here. But yeah, we're trying some things here, getting some cameras in the studios and seeing what it's like to maybe do a little bit of broadcasting here from beautiful. So folks, Shane can see beautiful Studio A here and all the glitz and the glamour behind the radio. Hey, I got a question for you. Is your family, are you guys Disney people? Have you done Disney? Have you attempted to take everybody down to any sort of Disney park?
I took the kids in 2019 to Disneyland.
Solo? Did you really?
At the time I was divorced. So
okay.
Yeah, it was me and two kids.
Oh, wow.
And we did 2 days there.
How old were the kids?
Oh.
Ballpark.
7 and 9.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay, so they're old enough to experience it. And what I don't understand is these parents that have their kids in strollers. I don't know how I found this guy on YouTube. He's kind of a influencer, I guess you would say. Like, he was corporate America guy and started doing, but loved Disney, and started doing these kind of Disney videos like, hey, 7 things you didn't know about this ride or something like that. Now it's his full-time gig.
Wow.
Just going to all the Disney parks, doing it. Well, he does more than Disney, because it's and actually I messaged him to see if I can get him on the show. So we'll see
cool.
if he ever responds to my Instagram DM. But yeah, this guy's made a thing out of like talking about parks and talking about behind the scenes, and he's gone to all of the Disney parks around the world. Wow. And news about that here in just a little bit. But I'm like, well, hey, nice work if you can get it. And it's kind of cool to how it democratizes, these different things that people want to do. But he was talking about, well, he'll be doing these videos, and I'll just see this. You'd think it was an army of strollers just parked off to the side there, and people are taking. I'm like, I don't understand paying all that money and bringing your kid who's going to have. I'm guessing if they're in a stroller, are going to have no memory of this at all.
Mm-hmm. So my one little anecdote for that is when I was really, really young, we lived in Southern California, and Disney back then was more affordable too.
Yeah.
So my parents took us to Disneyland. I think I was probably about 3.
Okay.
I have vague memories of being more intrigued with the double stroller they rented than the park itself.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you've got... And I think I was right on the cusp, and I will be forever grateful for my parents. My sister and I, we went to bed, and the next morning, my dad, the old record player, he had the record player with the speakers that come up to your waist, and that was as you would have back then, a whole stereo system with the receiver and the tape player and all that. My sister and I woke up to music just blasting in the house, and they're like opening the doors, get up guys, get up, we're gonna go. And this had never happened before in our lifetime at all, and they surprised us with a trip to Disneyland.
Wow.
Like, I mean, our first time on a plane, like I remember going on a plane, and just your little mind's just warped at the moment, because nothing like this has ever happened to you in your life, and took us down. And my mom will never let me forget that I was too scared to go on the Matterhorn because of the Yeti monster. I heard that coming from inside that cavern. I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. But it's a memory that I'll always cherish. Basically, I remember my mom trolling me that I wasn't going on. She was a good mother. I don't know why I'm yelling at producer Adam. He's not here today. But it was a great memory, although I remember very little of it. I still remember it. But yeah, we took our kids. Our kids have actually never been to Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
They've been to Disney World, but they've never been to Disneyland. And my wife had a conference that she was at in Orlando. And of course, us working remote. I say us working because you and I work remote for our jobs. So I got to do that, but then we kind of was like, well, if we're here, we're right down the street from it.
Sure.
We should probably maybe visit the parks, and we could do half days. And it was during, what was it? It was COVID was still kind of in effect. Disney World never shut down. I know Disneyland did. I got to tell you, I don't know if I can go back to a Disney park now after my experience there. And here's why. Limited capacity. So the park wasn't full. Granted, not all the things were happening, but it was limited capacity. Everybody had to stand 6 feet away in line, so there wasn't people all bunching up in you in line. It was lovely. It was heaven. I'm like, after that experience, I think I'm a little ruined for going back to any park, seeing how crowded those things are right now. But anyway, okay, so you did Disneyland with the little kiddos. How did it go?
It went fairly well.
Yeah.
Most of they're pretty small at the time.
Yeah.
And we did 2 days.
Okay, do you have a first ride? Is there a ride that you've got to hit for the first time? For me, I'm just going to say it's Pirates. It's always, for me, it's got to be Pirates.
Yeah, we hit Pirates.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
Star Tours.
Yeah. Yeah. You got it, the classic. And even for the littles on Star Tours, that's a pretty intense ride.
Yeah, they enjoyed it though.
Okay. Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. In my older age now, I've something's happened with my inner ear where motion sickness is just absolutely, it just destroys me. So most of the rides now I've got to sit out, which I'm a little bit bummed about. My brother-in-law has a driving sim, a driving rig, and he said, "Oh, Chris, you got to come over." And he had the VR headset attached to it, so now I'm on the Nuremberg driving a Formula One car. And after about a half a lap, I'm like, "Nope, can't do it. A little too motion sick here." So unfortunately, I'll just have to go with the people mover ride now. I can handle that, but that's exciting. So we have no plans at the moment to go back to Disneyland. As the kids are getting a little bit older now, any plans to go back to Disneyland? And here's why: Disney's has a new park. They're going to be building a new park. It's going to take a hot minute, but they're going to build a new park. Any guesses where this new park might be?
I think I heard something about Asia.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
All right. It's the Middle East. Yes, the Middle East is getting a pilgrimage site. This is from the Morning Brew for Disney adults. But it's going to be did you know the Disney park in Japan isn't technically owned by Disney? Like, there's a company that owns the land and operates it, most of it. Yeah. So it's kind of a little bit of a different business model. This is going to be the same.
Oh,
in the Middle East. Yeah. Disney is basically going to provide the intellectual property. But it's going to be run by a group there in the Middle East. So I feel like it's going to be Disney adjacent, but everybody's pretty excited that there's going to be a new Disney park.
Yeah, they keep good control over their IP, so it's still probably pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, no, they'll be raking in the money.
Yeah.
The mouse is going to be making quite a bit more, but I was reading this article in the Morning Brew today, and it said basically they're like, yeah, their bread and butter is still the in-person event. And the cruises. It's
for sure.
They've started to turn some money on Disney Plus and ESPN and Hulu and whatever else they're acquiring there in the streaming space. But yeah, it still is the in-person spaces. All right. Well, hey, we need to find out. We are way overdue to find out what our weather is like. We're going to turn to meteorologist Tim Root for that. Timmy, how are we looking out there for this Thursday?
Good Thursday morning. I'm forecasting mostly sunny skies. Temperatures today will be in the low 80s. A southwest wind about 10 miles per hour. Light winds tonight, mostly clear skies, 55 to 60 for the low. Friday should be a nice spring-like day. It'll be mostly sunny in the mid-80s. And mid-80s over the weekend, mostly sunny skies, expected Saturday and Sunday. This is meteorologist Tim Root from FM 104.5 and AM 950 KAHI.
Thank you, Tim. 13 minutes past the top of the hour. It is 6:13 a.m. Coming up on now to 6:14 a.m., which means it is time for us now to turn it over to the Fox Business Report.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
President Trump says he will unveil a full and comprehensive trade agreement with the United Kingdom at 10 a.m. Eastern Time today. Stock futures are higher in anticipation of progress on the trade dispute. Also, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is to meet with China's representatives in Switzerland this weekend. The Federal Reserve left interest rates unchanged yesterday. President Trump this morning responded, calling Fed Chair Jerome Powell a fool who doesn't have a clue. But the president said other than that, He likes Pal very much. Toyota says U.S. tariffs will cost it an estimated $1.2 billion for April and May alone. Its earnings for the year ending in March were down from a year earlier, but higher than previously expected. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda, invested in you.
I'm alpine skier Michaela Schifrin. I've won the most World Cup ski races in history. But what does success mean to me? Success means discipline. It's teamwork. It's the drive and passion inside of us, and it's why Stifel is one of the fastest growing global wealth management firms in the country. If you're looking for success, surround yourself with the people who will get you there. If you're an advisor or investor, choose Stifel, where success meets success.
Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
Past performance is no indication of future results. Investing involves risk. Consult a financial advisor before making
This is Jana from Jana Johnston Photography. I advertise on KAHI Radio because it helps me reach people throughout the foothills who are looking for the best pictures to capture their memories